Hello everyone, Seraphin here, welcome back for more Fire Emblem Sacred Stones. When I last left you guys, we had just wrapped up floor number 2 of the Tower of Valni, and we are proceeding onward to floor number 3. Imagine that. It's almost like it's a numerical sequence or something. And yep, we did get Ewan to level 10 as a pupil last time, so we will finally have the opportunity to make him a regular base class. I'm a real mage. Well, not quite. He wants to be a sage like his teacher. Well, about that. You're going to have a very colorful dark mage outfit. That is the one thing I'm not a big fan of, the red and blue combo for dark mage robes. It looks a little silly. But, I mean, I really can't complain because he's actually halfway decent as a shaman. You'll get a substantial boost to magic. Not very much in speed, though. Now he uses dark magic. So, we're going to do a little bit of changing up, I think. Only because Marissa's not really holding her weight. Well, I guess we'll keep her going for a little bit longer. But that being said, we're going to continue on today with, you know what, yeah, we'll keep the same party, why not? If I need to, we're going to swap out Marissa for Calm so we can get some more experience on him. And we've also got Knoll waiting in the wings if I need to use another magic user for whatever reason, like if Arthur turns out to be a slug or something like that. But let's see, we don't need this hammer, certainly, and we'll go ahead and put that away. I'm going to grab a... no, I think one barrier is enough. We don't need any of this stuff anymore because we can't use it, so Ewan's going to grab some flux capacitors here. And I think we're good to go, everybody else. So here's floor number 3. Oh, we do need calm because there's treasure on this map. So, yep, I think we're going to be saying goodbye to Marissa for the time being. And let's grab Mr. Calm here. I think there's only the one treasure chest. And the boss of this floor is an Elder Bale with very, very powerful attacking potential. There's a lot of bales in this map if you haven't noticed. Let's go ahead and put Calm near the front. We'll have Calm and Ewan near the front, I should say. Yeah, we'll just leave it as we are here. So again, I can't save, but that is okay. We're just going to dive right in here. So these guys... oh, gee, that's a lethal talon. That is a especially powerful poison fang dagger claw thing. What did I just say? Alright, anyway, moving on. I think Amelia can handle a hit from that. And if not, we'll be on site to heal her, so it's not that big of a deal. I didn't bring a restore staff, which is really incredibly silly of me. I don't know why I didn't do that. I probably should have. But I wasn't thinking, so you know what? Whatevs. Probably could have danced for Natasha to give her some extra barrier time. That's okay. I don't think she's going to be, you know, promotion tier during the course of the tower, honestly. I don't think she's going to have that much opportunity to grow. She'll have a lot, but not like, you know, getting to level 20 tier level stuff. Anyway, moving on. So, we're just going to drag this out a little bit, just because bales are mean and tough and are difficult to deal with if you're not properly equipped for them, which I am not, unfortunately, because I just brought nothing but weak sauce weapons with people that I'm still working on training. Ideally, not great, but, you know, you do what you can. Might need something a little more tanky to deal with these guys, because I don't know if Amelia's going to be able to cut it with her current state here. Now, of course, she's poisoned, which is even better. Let's see if Ewan can handle one of these guys in a single round. He can, as a matter of fact. We certainly don't want to leave him there to do that, because he'll get wrecked with only 3 defense, but might as well get him introduced into the realm of dark magic. He does have quite a bit of power behind him. That's very nice. And he's also halfway decently fast, so we just got to work on his defenses is all. In fact, I might let him do that again, just because... how much damage does this guy do? 23. Good lord. Alright. So Ewan actually cannot take a hit from that. He will die in the process. So we'll leave him just out of range there. I'm going to let Calm take this guy down if he can. Hey, just enough. Would you look at that? We gotta get our resident thief some extra experience. Although I will say, he's had plenty of opportunity to grow, and his strength really hasn't gone anywhere yet, which is upsetting. There's been a few people on my team so far this playthrough that have not had great strength growth, or magic growth as it were in some cases. I don't know why that is. Normally it's not that big of an issue, but I digress. Let's get Natasha some more XP. That's a level 18 Tethys. I guess if we really, really needed a tank, we can use Tethys because she won't get hit with 78 Avoid. That is pretty darn assured. Certainly not by, you know, weak sauce monster guys like these. The Bales are a little dangerous still, simply because they have actually halfway decent hit rates. Those claw weapons, you wouldn't think they'd be all that effective, but believe it or not, they hurt quite a bit. And they don't have that much difficulty landing hits either. As I play, please don't hit him with poison. I really can't afford to have 2 people poisoned right now. Really should have brought a restore staff. Again, I don't know why I didn't. And unfortunately, once you're in the tower, you have the ability in the tower to buy entry-level weapons for every different type, but you don't have the ability to buy like, utility staves or vulneraries or anything like that. More defense, huh? And resistance. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take what I can get, as I said, so. Get at me, fools. Alright, we will let Amelia take a hit from that silly jerk. What's his attack again? 20 freaking 3. She's only got 8 defense, so she's taking 15 from him. Woof. Alright, well. She can handle it. She's just not going to like it very much. But that's the case for every situation, I believe. Let's get Natasha some more XP because we like that idea. Healers are notoriously difficult to level up in this game and all the GBA games, which is interesting because they decided to quote-unquote fix that particular problem in later generations. So in Awakening in particular, I think was the first example of this. There might have been earlier ones, like maybe it was different back in the days of like Mystery of the Emblem and Gaiden and Genealogy of the Holy War and that kind of stuff, but the GBA games and Path of Radiance, Radiant Dawn, it's very difficult to level up healers because they don't get very much experience and they can't fight. So you're kind of reliant on just trying to spam them as much as possible, which is almost kind of a waste in certain circumstances. It's not as bad in a game like this where you have unlimited opportunity to grind for XP, but you don't have that luxury in a lot of other games. But in Awakening, they decided to scale up the XP gains for healers on a bit of a curve. So, like the first few levels of a healer in Awakening, they gain like 25 experience per heal. So instead of needing 10 or I guess 9 heals to level up, they only need 4, and that's for like the first 5 or 6 levels. After that, it takes a bit more. Like it kind of scales up on a curve a little bit, but it's so much better than only getting 10 every single time, or 11 I should say, not 10. But still, it's so much nicer. Alright, we're going to have a little bit of a phalanx situation here with Kyle and Amelia. We'll have Arthur on station. I think we're only going to get hit by 2 people at once anyway, unless these guys can't possibly have ranged weapons. That's a killer axe. That could be an issue. Really, really hope I don't end up getting pwned by that. I'm going to be really upset if I do. In fact, I might just charge in there and kill that thing before it has a chance to attack me. I can barely do it. And these Moth Dukes aren't going to do much damage to Kyle. You know what? We are going to risk it for the biscuit. I really don't want that killer axe hitting Amelia. And I think Kyle will be... Even if he takes that sharp claw, I think he'll be fine. But we are going to put... Oh, geez. Now the sharp claw is potentially in range to hit Archer. He can handle it. Again, he just won't like it. He's only got 2 defense. He has 27 effective hit points. Oh boy, this is rough. You know what? Put Calm in the way, because he's less likely to get hit. And even if he does, he can still handle it. Alright, let's see how this goes. calculated risk, because again, I really could not afford to have a killer axe take out Amelia right this minute. That would have been really, really bad. Thankfully, Calm's reliable ability to dodge hits comes through when I need it to. It's not often, but it does happen. Amelia should be fast enough to not get doubled by these things. Yep, thankfully. If I'd given her a steel lance, she could have one-shot the sucker. C'est la vie, I suppose. Alright, Kyle, thankfully, is pulling his weight right now. That's really good. He's kind of like my saving grace at the moment, which is really sad when you think about it, but... who needs anybody even get hit, really? No, Amelia's just getting poisoned left and right, because that's what happens. We'll have... I want to have Calm take out the Doog. So we'll have Amelia take down this Bale here. She can barely do it. And she'll definitely need a heal after that. Ow. Yep. Okay. For an Armor Knight, she's not really exemplifying the stereotype. Hopefully that decides to start turning around here sooner rather than later. There we go, there's some defense. And some more speed and luck, and some more strength. I'll take all of those things. But we're going to heal her up real quick with a Mend. And then I'll let Calm take out the Doog, since we have the opportunity to let him do that. That'll be a level up for him. Get some more strength, would you please? Nope. Speed and resistance of all things, but... eh. I can take out that Doog with him too, I suppose, couldn't I? Yeah, why don't we do that? Get some a little more extra in the way of XP here. Just enough power behind him. As long as he hits. Okay, he does. Perfect. Now we gotta worry about Mr. Sharpie Claw here. Sharpie? What does he have, like a marker? We're gonna park Kyle right in his way. Is Kyle slowed down by that sword? I don't believe he is. He's got enough con. Yeah, he's fine. So we'll keep it with the iron sword going here. And now Calm is protected. Only one of the bales can hit him, so yeah, we're good. We'll get everybody moved up here a little bit. This first little bit's going to be a little slow going just because there's all this massive wave of giant spiders to deal with, but we'll pick it up pace a little bit. Sidetracking into that middle spire to get to that treasure chest is going to be a pain, but I'll probably just send one person up there to deal with everything. Maybe two. Amelia's cured of her poison, thankfully. Can Calm take out the Bale here? He can. He might get hit in the process, but that's okay. That's what we got healers for. Nope, he dodges. Nicely done. I'm hoping leveling him up isn't a big waste of time. I guess we'll have to wait and find out. And what do these guys have? This one's a Sharp Claw, and that one is too. So we definitely don't want to attract both of them at once. Otherwise, I'll get messed up in all sorts of bad, nasty ways. We'll just get some heals off here. I don't see any reason not to. Alright, and then you know what? Why don't we drop a barrier instead, because that will be some extra XP. 6 more points, so 17 as opposed to 11, although she's making pretty decent progress. Level 6 already. Hey, there we go. 6 magic, 10 luck. So Natasha's certainly more of a typical bishop archetype than Mulder was, simply because she actually has competent resistance, and she's still quite fast. She's got very good magic on top of that. Her defense is pitiful, however, and so is her HP. And her con is nothing as good as, you know, the Boulder himself, but she typifies a bishop in more normal, stereotypical bishop ways, I suppose. Not that Mulder's bad or doesn't exemplify that in certain ways, but he's very atypical for the most part as a bishop. Which, again, not a bad thing. It's just a little unusual trying to deal with the fact that Mulder is so standout in his role. I like having him around, though, for that very reason. Just because he's very fast, lots of magic, lots of constitution. Skill is not too shabby either, although his defenses could do with some work, as well as his luck. So if he gets in the way of things hitting him, he'll probably have a bad time, but... I could send Ewan to deal with that other... Actually, he's not quite fast enough for that, is he? No, he's not. Well, why don't I draw this other guy out, then? What does this one have? Sharp Claw. I'm just going to park Kyle right here. And we'll see how this goes. How's that Tarvos looking? He's at a little more distance than his friend. Not much, but enough. Here, have quadruple your resistance. Barrier staffs are really neat, but unfortunately they're going to be limited in their actual real usability throughout the tower. There's not much in the way of magic-wielding monsters. The only ones really are Moguls and Gorgons, and I don't think there are any Gorgons in the tower at all, if I'm not mistaken. There certainly are Gorgons in the Lagdal ruins, that's for dang sure, but I don't believe we're going to run into any during the tower here. I don't know that for a fact, so, you know, don't hold it against me if I end up being wrong about that, but I do know for a fact there are Cyclops in the higher levels, but I don't think there's any Gorgons. Ah, yes. Get at me, fools. Who says that? Somebody, you know... What? There's some character that's... Oh, it's, what is it? Echoes, the remake of Gaiden. Gray says that a lot. Come at me, fools! Like, come on, I don't think he would have actually said that in a historical context. Although, to be fair, it's not like it's a historically accurate game or anything. We'll take out this silly sod with Calm here. That should put him to level 10. If I'm not... Or level 11, rather. He's already level 10. Get some decent stats, dude. Nope. Still... he's still getting resistance, and that's really weird. Yeah, 5 luck at level 11 is pretty bad. This is why we dropped him, because he's utterly useless for combat. Which, to be fair, he's a thief, and he's not really built for combat, but at the same time, you expect him to be able to do something, but he really doesn't even have that potential later on, which is really sad. Normally, he doesn't have that bad a strength. I don't know why he's getting screwed over this playthrough. And a lot of people are. Vanessa's getting screwed over strength-wise. I mean, Kyle's doing not where he should be. He should have at least 14 strength by this point. He should have better defenses, too, if I'm being totally honest, but I guess you're stuck with what you get. We're going to send Ewan to deal with that second Bale, just because I don't want to have to deal with having to melee him to death when Ewan can just magic nuke him from distance. The unfortunate reality is I'm realizing as I'm playing through this again is that as cool as the trainee units are in this game, and the fact that they have some extra potential to be better, they still are kind of mediocre in terms of units, which is really sad. I don't know why that is. I really wish they had more... Like, I wish they were just better. The unfortunate reality is they just aren't really that good compared to a different unit that has more potential. Like, obviously Erica and Ephraim are bad examples because they're the main units and of course they're amazing, but like La Rochelle, you've seen how amazing she is, and she makes all the trainee characters look like garbage. You've seen how good Garrick is. You've seen how good... who's another really amazing character? I'm completely drawing a blank right now for some stupid reason I don't understand. Anyway, Cormag. You've seen how good Cormag is. Obviously not every unit's going to be amazing, but at the same time, you would think that units that you had to put a lot of effort into to be usable, because they come at such a low and pathetic level, you would think that they would be better, but they're just at best, and that's really sad. Really sad in my opinion, anyway. I don't know, I'm sure some people share my opinion in that regard, but who knows. Knoll's... I keep saying Knoll, he's not Knoll, he's Ewan. He's not quite in range to deal the kind of damage that I want him to deal, so we're just going to send Kyle upward into the treasure room here. I think we're going to be relying on Ewan to take care of the Elder Bale, just because he's a little bit tanky. 15 con, good lord. Alright, anyway. We'll send Tethys in to support her little brother. Very noble. So yeah, I think Ewan can handle attacks from both those Revenants. Barely. He's not going to like it, but he can handle it. Although he might be able to dodge them anyway. He's got halfway decent speed and good luck, so might be okay. Revenants are also not known for their ability to inflict a lot of damage. Simply because they will never ever double anything, and they don't exactly have great skill either, so... Ugh, come on with this. I cannot wait until we get into a different Fire Emblem game with just more... I'm not going to say normalized, but just more satisfying unit growths, and more satisfying units in general. I'm going to be honest with you guys, this is not my favorite Fire Emblem game by a long shot. I mean, it's not that I don't like this one, but there are so many better ones. Like, my favorites, by far, are Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn, which I think is where we're going to go next after this. Because I've got it up and ready to go, I think, at this point. By far my favorite ones. They're so complex, so deep. The characters are all very good. Very satisfying battles in that game. It's just amazing. I'm sorry, I can't talk enough about how much I love those games. And I love Blazing Sword a lot, too, because the character relationships in that one are fantastic. There's a lot of complexity, a lot of depth to the missions in that game. It's linear. It's classic Fire Emblem linear progression where you have to, you know, not ration, but you need to figure out what units you're going to train and use them sparingly. Whereas in this one, you have unlimited experience, effectively, if you want. But unfortunately, there's just something about this particular game that I'm not super thrilled about, and I can't really put my finger on it. If I had to sit and think about it for longer, and maybe analyze it, quote unquote, I could probably figure it out. But again, this one's not my favorite. I mean, there's only, 15 Fire Emblem games anyway, so it's still going to be, like, probably top 10 anyway. Mostly because there's 4 I haven't played. But, I mean, I don't know. There's something about this one that I'm not as big of a fan of. So, apologies to those of you who this is like your favorite one. But, it's just not my cup of tea in every sense of the word. We need to get Kyle topped off just to make sure. I don't want to risk him getting killed by a stray spider bite. I say bite, they don't actually bite, they have claws, but at any rate, we're gonna get him parked up in here. That way he doesn't have to handle attacks from both of the spiders at once, because that would be catastrophic. Borderline catastrophic, I should say. Can I get into a position to attack that bale and not get hit by the big one? Does not look that way. He's got a sharp claw, of course. Ewan can barely survive a hit from that. He'll survive with 1 hit point if he gets hit. He has 24 effective hit points. I think does 23 damage. It's not a great margin. But I can handle it, so... I could let Amelia go in there first. She's got a bit more tankiness behind her. This is kind of a really strange situation what I've got going on here. Splitting up my team in a very unusual method. Yeah, it is what it is. Alright, Kyle handles that without too much problem. Did he get hit? Yeah, he did. Alright, whatever. I can disable this guy before... Actually, can Calm do it? Yeah, he can. He won't like it, but he can do it. Maybe he'll dodge. That'd be nice. He does, in fact, dodge. That's good. So we can top off Kyle and sick him on the other spider. In fact, why don't I just have him sit right here and do it? And then I can just have Natasha sit comfortably behind him. Out of the way of people potentially killing him. Or her, rather. We'll send Vanessa this way, because I think we'll need the support more in this direction. We're going to draw out this bale with Amelia, since she can handle a hit a little bit better than Ewan probably can. And we'll send Tethys in as backup as well. See how this goes. I think we'll be fine. But yeah, I was kind of torn on the idea of doing the post-game for Sacred Stones instead of progressing immediately toward Path of Radiance. I love Path of Radiance. I've been playing a lot of it lately in my spare time, honestly, though. And I wouldn't mind having a chance to, you know, play it for the channel instead. Be a little bit of a, I'm not going to say a relaxing break, but I'm not going to play through hard mode. That's what I've been playing through, is hard mode, just because it's more satisfying in some ways, but it does require me to put a lot more brain power into it. That's what I like about playing through on here, is it's a little more satisfying for me. I just get to sit back and relax and enjoy the game, rather than stressing out about unit formations and moving everything perfectly and trying to make sure I don't screw up anything in the process. I just realized the steel sword's going to break any minute here. Need to get him a different one. I've had Marissa's still, I can give him that one. I've been letting him use swords exclusively because I want him like level up his sword ranking for the most part, so I'm gonna let Calm tear open the chest here. Let's see what we get. 3,000 gold. Not too shabby. I will take it. Amelia could do with a... You don't want to let Archer have the kill here. He'll get a level out of it. Can't complain too much about that. So it's looking like this is going to be about a half-an-hour episode, so I think from now on it's just going to be one floor per episode. You can see that these are already getting considerably longer. That first one was kind of a fluke. That is definitely the shortest level by far. So from here on out, we're probably going to be doing a floor an episode. It sounds kind of annoying for some of you, I'm sure, but that's just how it's going to have to be. This one's got another... Everybody has freaking sharp claws, man. I tell you what. Can I draw out this Revenant instead without... Actually, well, there's a Doog. I can draw out the Doog and the Revenant without attracting the boss or his little minion friend there. How much damage does that Revenant do? 12? I can handle that. The Doog does 12 also. Amelia with her 9 defense. She'll take 3 from each of them. She'll be fine. So we'll send her in there to absorb attacks from these chuckleheads. And I'll have Ewan on station to help. And we need to get Natasha down here as quick as we can to get some healing done. Mostly because we don't need it up here anymore. There's that one silly lone little Tarvos there, and he's not really much of a threat, I don't think. I think Calm can probably handle him by himself, if I'm being totally honest. Might take him a little while, what with that 5 strength with an iron sword, but, I mean, it is what it is. It's like Marissa going at it, pretty much. Oh, 10 gold! Whatever will I do with all of this wealth? Yeah, whatever. Anyway. Take out Mr. Doog here. Oh, never mind, I'm not fast enough to double him. It's to be expected, I suppose. Ow! Oh, alright. I will take that critical hit. That means I can finish him off next round. It's not every day you see a thief critical hit. In fact, it's incredibly rare by comparison. So that'll be another kill for Calm, which is fine. Lord knows he needs them. Hey, it's level up too. That's going to be level 12. Yep. Finally, some strength. Alright, cool. 1 point. I mean, it's not a lot still, but you know what? Again, I will take what I can get. Alright, we will let Amelia finish off the Doog here. And I'm going to need to be... Whoops. Alright, well that stinks. Let's see. How about I have Archer do it instead then? Does that do it for you? It ought to. If I miss on this, I'm going to be really salty. Those Doogs are very fast, and by extension have a halfway decent avoiding potential. So the Elder Bale is nasty. What has this guy got? 22 attack. So I can draw the regular Bale without getting the Elder one. So we'll put Ewan right there. Yeah, we'll put Ewan there to draw him out. We gotta get Natasha moved up here a little bit quicker, I think. Tethys is just about capped. More strength? Are you kidding me? She's getting more strength. What in the world? She's got 3 strength and 4 skill. 5% growth in both of those, and she'll never use them. It's very sad. But whatever. Anyway. Alright, cool, he dodged it. And that's going to be a kill. Oh, that's a crit! Shaman crit! Anybody remember that Shaman King show back in the day? No? Alright, cool. Just me. Skill. Alright, cool. Resistance, magic luck. Nice, nice, nice. Would have liked some speed, but can't have everything you want. What does this guy got? 24 with a sharp claw. Needless to say, we will not be sending Ewan in there because he will be DED dead. I think Amelia can take a hit from that and be fine. We're going to mend her up real quick. Should get Kyle over here is what I should be doing. Hey, defense. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if you do, I should say. How much speed's this guy got? 6. Yeah, we're fine. So, 24 attack. Yeah, we're fine. So, I will send Amelia in there. I'm going to put her right here, actually. Wait, how much speed did I say he had again? 6. So if I give her a Steel Lance, it'll slow her down by 3. Yeah, she'll be fine. I'm going to give her a Steely Lance. Sounds crazy, I know, but trust me on this. I know what I'm doing. Sometimes. Alright, as soon as we take this guy out, that'll be this floor taken care of, and we can move on. That'll be another day, though. I think one floor at a time is going to be the standard going forward, as I've said, so... Take care of bossy Spider McGee here. You know, I can hit him again. I can afford it. He's not going to kill me, so... Or I'll just miss. That's cool. And proceed to hit me on 50% in the process. Oh well. Well, let's light him up, shall we? Elder Bales look really cool. The whole blood red with the venom green color is a very interesting combination. I think it's a better palette than the alternative that we've seen a couple of times before already. We'll let Ewan have the kill. He deserves it, I guess. I don't know. I guess he doesn't necessarily deserve it, quote-unquote, but he's been very competent this level so far, so... Should be a level for him. Indeed it is. Speed and luck. Well, it is what it is. Alright, so that is level 3. So we will proceed onward to level 4 in the next episode. I guess I'm gonna get it set up before then, but I will do that between times so I can make sure we don't waste any time. Oh, yeah. So that's a thing. Did you see that? This is why we're doing the tower. So, there is, as I said before we started, there is a reason to do these in the post game, apart from just getting experience, and that is you actually unlock characters from the campaign, mostly the bosses. So you'll see here we finished level 3 of the tower, we get Kalik, as in now a playable character. Sadly, I don't think they are usable in the Link arena. So like if you were doing multiplayer, I don't think that you'd be able to use them. So you just have them to have them, but they also come with some equipment. So I actually get another Tomahawk and a second Hoplon Guard, which is pretty neat. And as you might imagine, Kalik is not the only character we can unlock from the tower and the ruins. All told, there are 5 characters to unlock from the tower and 5 to unlock from the ruins. And you may be wondering, wait a minute, 10 characters? Who in the crap? There's only like 4 or 5 bosses, and you'd be right. There are some other ones that you might be a little surprised to see. But we will have to just wait and see when we get them. So that being said, we will push into level 4 of the tower in the next episode, and we'll progress onward from there, and you'll get to see what else we get. So that being said, until that time, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time. Until then, this has been Seraphin. Stay classy, internets.